It.
Hey guys, so this video is going to, just in case you were absent, is to show you how to do the next step of our T4 introduction, which is to T4, our new document, A History of the Olympics. So what we're going to do right now is I'm once again going to demonstrate what you're supposed to do in terms of doing the talking to the text, the T4, onto your document. So I'm going to T4 the first section, which is the ancient games. Then after I am done doing this, that's another example of what you're supposed to do. You're going to T4 the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. We're going to do some discussions. Now your homework, just to make it clear, is these three paragraphs must be T4'd. And then once you are done with these three paragraphs, then you're going to do one other thing, something that we do all the time in our classroom, especially in the notebook, is write summaries. So on the back of the paper, you're going to write a summary of the last three paragraphs. So you're going to write an 8 to 10 sentence summary right here in this box of the information found on this one, and this one. So I'm going to do this one, but the information comes from these three. So if you're going to do an 8 to 10 sentence summary, an 8 to 10 sentence summary, the easiest way to do is like 3, the sentences 3 and 3, and that'll equal 9, and there's your summary of this information. So you will be T4ing it, you will be discussing, and you will be writing a summary. But to start off, let's get into this first one, the ancient games. All right, so as I'm T4ing, so start off with ancient, that right there makes me think old, all right, or very old. So that means that we're talking about when the Olympics, like a long, long time ago. The Olympics have been a part of human history. So by saying human history, it's basically saying since the beginning. So I'm going to put that in. And remember, any of these comments that I write could be right, could be wrong. The idea is that you have something to discuss with when it comes to your friends. Your partners. So, well, history for thousands of years. Yeah, it's a long time ago. So we're not talking about a couple hundred years ago. We're talking about thousands. That's a long time ago. They originated in ancient Greece. You know, one of the first civilizations. So I'm just going to put first civilization or first major civilization around 77 BC. So BC, what does that mean? I'm going to put a question mark, and I'm going to put an arrow over here because I think it means before Christ, but I am not sure. Maybe my partner or in the whole class discussion, I'll find out, which means if today is 2024 and I'm adding 776, we're talking about 2,800 years ago. That's a long time. In a place called Olympia, and I guess that's where the name comes from. So the reason it's called the Olympics is because from Olympia. These early games were held in honor of Zeus, and he's their god, the king of all gods, so big god, and were part of the larger religious festivities. Also, no longer for me, they're no longer religious because we just had the Olympics and they weren't religious. The ancient Olympics were very different. Okay, so there's going to be some differences. I wonder what those differences are. And I'm going to put a question mark because I'm thinking, what are those differences? As the ones we know today, only men, okay, so no women, were allowed to compete. The events were limited to running, jumping, wrestling, and throwing. I'm not sure what they meant by throwing, but we have these today. So I'm going to put today. So we do these three today. Winners were celebrated as heroes. All right, I'm going to put that's cool. You could be a hero. And their victories remembered with 4 generations, so a long time. However, the glory of the ancient Olympics didn't last forever. So going away, I'll put a question mark. As the Roman Empire grew in power, the games lost importance. No one cared. And then I'm going to put an arrow back to the Romans. So when the Romans took over, nobody cared about the Olympics anymore. Eventually, they disappeared altogether around 400 AD. So no more Olympics. And then put an arrow to that. So in the year 400, it goes away. So that means that I wonder when they come back. Now, luckily, we have more information, so we could find out what happened to where. We know now that they started 2,800 years ago, and we know that what they look like, but that they went away. Let's find out more now. So again, your homework, you will be T4ing this in class, and you will be discussing this in class, and then you will be writing an 8 to sentence summary back here. Thank you.